Hi there. I think I'm live. I should be all set. I think we're ready to roll. Hi, I'm Tina, and I'm going to talk to you today from A Child Plays CASA. We're talking about Show CASA Love, and our generous benefactors today are Chris and Steve Roberts, and they are realtors at Harvey Goodman, and so we want to thank them for their generosity. Every dollar that you give today will be matched. We had one person who donated $100 earlier today, so Chris and Steve Roberts will match that, and so she gave $200, which is great. So let's get started with today's sharing. I guess that's what I will call it. And basically, we're going to talk about. Oops, I forgot to put this on this side. We're going to talk about advocating in the community. And what I mean by that is that A Child Plays CASA advocates for abused and neglected kids, even in the community proper. And let's find out how. The first way they do it is with special events. What do I mean special events? Well, right now we've got the Light of Hope coming up. That'll be at the end of April. And the Light of Hope is just a little program that we put on with luminaires and pinwheels in the park, usually Foldsby Park. And it's to raise awareness of child abuse and neglect in our community. And that's one of the ways we advocate for abused and neglected kids in the community. Another way is with local events. What local events, you might ask? Well, there's the Brooke County Fair, the Hancock County Fair, the Jefferson County Fair. You might hear my sing-songy voice because there's a lot of fairs. There's Riverfest, Applefest. There's Fridays on 4th Street. There's a whole bunch of different events that you can look for our tent and find us at. We also work with other people in the community, such as with Partners in Prevention. Partners in Prevention is a group that puts on a May baby safety shower. And what that is a chance for mothers of babies less than a year old or those who are still pregnant come in and they have a baby shower, but it's all geared at safety, how to keep the baby safe, how to know when to take them to the doctor, all those kind of questions. We also, Partners in Prevention also does a Read With Me campaign where they hand out books and encourage parents to sit down and read with their children. Sometimes they are special books that have, a long paragraph to read on one side, which mom or dad reads, and then a short space for a child to read, or maybe just a picture, and they can tell you what's going on in the picture. We also, at Partners in Prevention, also give away safe sleep survival kits. I know that when I was a baby, my mom put me on my tummy, and then they said, no, it should be on your back, and at one point it was on the side, so now there are kits to help with that. We also do fundraising events. Quarter auction is one of our most popular events. It's usually 2 to 4 times a year. That's changed with COVID, but we're still struggling to come back. It's a fun time for everyone, and it also helps the small vendors in the area. We're also talking about possibly putting on a craft fair or a vendor blender, as it were, as another fundraising type event that you can all come to and enjoy and learn a little bit more about abused and neglected children. There were classes put on at EGCC at one point called From Darkness to Light. And Rhonda Stubbs, our executive director, would go there every Tuesday, I think it was, don't quote me on that, and talk about child abuse and neglect, how to recognize it, and what to do about it when you see it. There's also teacher and service days. Those days that the kids have off but the teachers don't. They're actually supposed to be doing learning, and one of the things that they can do is invite Rhonda Stubbs to present. And she will tell them same thing, basically, how to recognize abuse and neglect, what to do about it. Because teachers are mandated reporters. They have to report suspected abuse and neglect. We're also available for your events. You can invite us to be a guest speaker at your civic or church groups. Lions Club, Red Hat, Rotary Club, Women's Club, Kiwanis, church groups, whatever your group is, we'll be happy to come and present. For more information, simply contact Rhonda Stubbs, the Executive Director, at Child's Place CASA at Comcast.net. And her phone number is 304-737-4444. And if you'll excuse me, I have something in my eye right now that is really driving me nuts. See if I can get it out. All right. And I like to end each program with a success story. I am the oldest of 3 girls, and was often responsible for my sisters, sometimes taking care of them and missing school. Then Kim came along, and I was thinking, how can she help me and take time for me when she could be doing things for herself? Before I met Kim, I was failing all my classes and was not expected to graduate on time. Kim immediately started to help me with my education. She would come and see me once a week. She would organize appointments with everyone in my life, my therapist, social worker, foster mom, and case manager. She made sure everyone was doing what was necessary to help me succeed. My CASA said that I was working so hard I deserved to have fun and participate in senior activities. She convinced me to go to prom. Kim and I searched for a dress. It was so special for me that she was by my side. I picked a magenta dress that had diamonds around the top and a fluffy bottom. I still have memories about the prom thanks to her. If I had not gone, I know I would have regretted it. And that's an example of a CASA volunteer making a difference in the life of a child. Wow. Again, I apologize about my eye. Oh, I know what the problem is. Da 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 da. There we go. Oh, my goodness. Again, I want to thank Chris and Steve Roberts for doubling our monies today, sponsoring the day. Please keep those donations coming in. If you go to the website, go.rallyyup.com/showcasalove2023. It's important you do not use the W's. That's go.rallyyup.com/2023. And that'll have all sorts of ways to donate in different amounts and different things that it does, that each amount does. I want to thank you for coming to the presentation and join us again tomorrow. We're at 6 o'clock. Again, that's go.rallyyup.com/showcasalove2023. It's also being simulcast on Facebook and on YouTube. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.